peeps of YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Kat and you're watching Planning Calm. And here in this channel, I love to share with you all the many ways I can help you plan your way to calm and plan a calmer life. In this video, I want to share with you my regrets, my planner regrets of the last 6 months in 2025. These are things that I have accumulated with hopes that they would work with my planner style and my calm living planner journey, but they just haven't. And I thought I would share them with you, not to, full disclaimer, not to criticize the companies or the products themselves, but to share with you that, sometimes you may have the best of intentions to purchase something to help you, and in the end, it doesn't serve you. And that's okay. It happens. And not to beat yourselves up about it, not to feel bad about it, but just to note that, it's okay to know yourself. It's okay to make mistakes and learn from them. And that's what this video is for. There you have it. Let's dive into it today. My first item is, and I don't even know why I picked this up, because in the past it's never worked. It's not going to work this time because I already feel it, because I'm already thinking about getting rid of it. And that is a calendar style planner. Now this one I got from the dollar store, and I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Kat, you got it at the dollar store. It's okay. It was only a few bucks. But you know what, folks? Sometimes a dollar store does more harm than good, because you get in there, and comment down below if you know what I mean. But you get in there and you're like, oh my gosh, I see this and this and this and this, and it's a great price. And before you know it, you have spent $50, yes, $50 at the dollar store on stuff. And if the stuff that you're buying is not serving you, then it becomes regret. And I can already tell this has become a regret. Now, Mr. Calm, who's my husband, has already spilled the beans a little bit and told me that we're going to get a type of digital style calendar. I'll put one up on the screen to share with you. He bought that for us for our Christmas gift. And so I can already tell that this old school wall calendar, which never serves me well anyway, is not going to be of good use. And so I'll probably repurpose this another way, because that's another thing about regrets, is there's always room to repurpose it for a different use, or I will just give it away to a student or somebody. But calendar style planners just never work for me. I don't know why I always want to get them, but just because it's at the dollar store doesn't mean I need to have it. So there's that. My next regret has been these. Now, I didn't purchase these this year, in full transparency. I've actually had these for a long time, but I told myself at the beginning of 2025 that I would chuck these or repurpose them or sell them or whatever. And that is bulk pack washi and unflattering patterns. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, I know what I was thinking. I went to Michael's. These were on sale. They came in a large pack, and I thought, oh my goodness, what a deal. No, it's not a deal, because I honestly, with the exception of the purple one, I haven't touched these in like 3 years. Time to go. I'm not hanging on to things that no longer serve me. And that goes for planner accessories, people, item, whatever it is, clothing that don't fit anymore, my dream clothes that I want to bust back into a size 12. Man, I haven't been a size 12 since the early 90s, okay? Not gonna happen, Kat, okay? Or at least not anytime soon. So all of those items, getting rid of. And, washi tape, which I love. I don't need to have all the washi. This is an odd one, but I had to include it here, is whiteout. Now, this is the Bic Whiteout Correction Fluid that I purchased at, I believe it was Staples or maybe the dollar store. I tell you, this stuff is terrible. And unfortunately, I bought it in a 3-pack. So I've been just struggling to use this. And look at this. Can you see that? It's just globby, gloopy, just, it's the worst. It's the worst whiteout. And I bought it because in my planners, if I make a mistake, I want to white it out. Or if there's, lines I want to cover with washi, I don't want it seeping through, I want to white it out. I had all the intent of using this to white out things I did not want to be seen, and it has just caused more problems than anything. It's just It's horrible. I don't know if I just got a bad batch, but this stuff is not good. If you're a planner nerd or a planner enthusiast, do not buy this whiteout, folks. You're just going to have just aggravations and stress, and you will not be calm at all. Buy the other stuff with the brush instead of the sponge. I think it will be a lot better for you. And no slander to Bic, because I love Bic products, but this whiteout is not it. Next up, again, back to the dollar store. Oh, Kat, will you ever learn? But you know, just because it's at the dollar store, Kat, does not mean you need to get it. And that is markers, all kinds of stuff. Dollar store markers, we'll say. Now, excellent brand. I mean, we're not talking about the traditional dollar store markers that are kind of no name and, you know, smell like vinegar and all that kind of stuff. These are good quality. I mean, you can get these at Staples, on Amazon, etc. But ask if I needed 20 double-ended dry erase pens, or ask if I needed 20 double-ended highlighters. I don't need any of this stuff. Why am I buying it? Because it's the dollar store, and I justify because it's at the dollar store and it's relatively inexpensive. That means I can make purpose of it. And no, I don't need it. And so I will repurpose them and give them to a coworker or my students or what have you, bring them in my classroom. But I do not need to buy dollar store markers. I got so many markers, so many things. And you know what? Honestly, one of the things I'm realizing is that I am an emotional shopper. Comment down below if you're that as well. And what I mean by that is an emotional shopper is somebody who gets gratification or calms their emotional state by shopping. Again, full transparency, I've had a horrible year as a teacher this year, and I've self-soothed myself with shopping. And even if it's a hit at the dollar store where I'm buying things that I love, I will do that. And 2026, I'm not doing that no more, okay? So do not be like me and emotional shop to make yourself feel better, or soothe shop to make yourself feel better because you hate your job. Find another job. Find another hobby. Find another way to be productive instead of spending money at the dollar store on things you don't need. Another regret that I have are these. Now, I go on Instagram just like everybody else, and I aspire to be like some of these planner girlies who just make everything look great. And I have been eyeing stencils for the longest time because I would love to get into using more stencils, but these ones are not it, my friend. I got these from Shein, I believe. Yes, Shein. And they're horrible. They're so thin and flimsy. When you use the pen is sliding underneath the stencil. So it's not thick enough. The stencil's not thick enough to like hold the pen ink, if that makes any sense. And it's just so annoying. Do not spend your hard-earned money, friends, on cheap stuff like stencils. Like, I'm guessing if I want to get stencils, I gotta, spend the extra money and get really good stencils. So if you know of a really good company that sells stencils, like really good stencils, please let me know, because I am tired of buying the cheap, flimsy stuff. It just serves me no purpose. I got a ton of them and I can barely use them because they do not work well because they're cheap. So stay away from the stencil stuff. It doesn't work. Next thing that was a complete bust that I was so excited about are these. Now, again, another Shein purchase. No shade against Shein. These did not work for me at all, my friends. And these are stencils or stamps. No, stamps. Here we go. These are stamps. So I wanted to use them in my Sterling Ink Common plans for the new year. And I was so excited to find them because they can be quite pricey on Amazon, but I was so excited to find them on Shein. But man, the ink that it comes with, it dried up in a week. And I'm like, do I want to go to Staples and buy another ink pad? No. Can I get ink gel to maybe put in here? Okay. But like the container that it comes in, the stamps are flying all over the place. I get messy when I'm using them. I don't have time for this. I'm a busy woman, professional. I got stuff going on. I don't have time to be playing around with these stamps. I just can't. So cute little purchase, not too expensive, but I regret buying them because they do not work for me. And yeah, don't worry, don't waste your time. Next up are inexpensive stickers. Again, a Shein purchase. Again, best of intentions. And again, completely disappointed by the lack of quality. Now, you attempt to get these stickers, trying to peel them up and use them. They're just not great. Here's the thing, and I wish I had a copy of it. I do in my common planner, but I left it at work. But when I use these this year, these stickers fade. So something about the coloring of them, maybe when it's rubbed against the planner paper, it rubs off the color and the colors actually fade. I was so excited to use these and incorporate them in my planning because I was looking for an alternative option to expensive stickers. And honestly, friends, these are not it. Like, I tell you, like some of the stickers, like you can't even get it off the page. It's just, what? Ugh. Anyway, you get what you pay for, right? Invest, if this planner hobby is important to you, invest in the good stuff. Don't go out and spend a whole lot of money on cheap stuff, or inexpensive stuff. Again, no shade to Shein. I love Shein, right? But when it comes to getting quality planner stuff that are not going to frail or fray, well, do you have to go out and spend $100 on stickers? No. If this suits you, fine. Go with it. But for me, this is a regret because I bought so many with hopes that it'd work in my planning. And the fact that the color isn't as vibrant as I want them to be is kind of a disappointment because I love a colorful sticker. That is important to me. If it's not important to you, then by all means, girl, have at her, do your thing. But for me, the inexpensive sticker thing just didn't work. And not to mention too, it doesn't aesthetically, like it doesn't always look the best, but I will continue to use these and work with them. But will I repurchase these? Probably not. And last but not least, friends, and this is going to be a shocker, are cheap quality notebooks. Again, surprise, surprise, I hate up the dollar store. Now again, dollar stores can be a must or a bust, okay? You really got to know what you're looking for when it comes to dollar store quality products, and getting cheap quality notebooks, not the thing. Now, there's even cheaper quality notebooks I have. Again, I left them at school in my planning cards, and I'm really frustrated, but I can use this as an example. When it comes to picking a quality notebook, there's a couple things you want to look for. You want to make sure that the cover of the notebook is nice and thick. Sometimes with cheap quality notebooks, the covers are flimsy and they tend to tear and rip with everyday use. You don't want that. Next thing you want to look for is paper quality. Is the paper thick enough? Sometimes with bargain basement notebooks, sometimes if this is important to you, if the notebook paper is too flimsy, then and it can easily rip, it kind of defeats the purpose of using a notebook for your everyday stuff. And for me, and this notebook isn't too bad, to be honest with you. The paper quality seems good. The other one seems okay. But, I can't handle cheap quality notebooks. And so if you are on the lookout for a good quality notebook, I highly recommend a composition notebook that you can find at the dollar store. I'll put one on the screen. I've also done videos of it, so I'll link it here in the atmosphere for you and link it down below. But those are your best choices of getting a good quality notebook that really works for, just your everyday planner needs. So there you have it, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful. Again, no slander or shade to the items I've discussed. I share these videos not to poke fun at or diminish or disparage any companies, but to help you make more informed planner purchasing choices, because in today's economy we can't afford, at least I can't anyway, we can't afford to buy things that don't particularly serve us all the time, or buy things for the sake of FOMO, or buy things to make other people happy. We have to buy things that work with our planner needs, that serve our purposes, and will help us plan our way to calm. And I really, really hope that this is what this video has done for you. If it has, please give this video a thumbs up and stay tuned for the channel, because there's going to be more content coming your way. And until the next time, my beautiful friends, take care, be well, be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next planner video. Bye-bye, planner peeps.